My name is Deepak Chopra. I'm still deciding what I'll do when I grow up.
Why is there pain and suffering in the world?
There is pain and suffering in the world because of deep imbalances in the ecosystem, and also because people identify themselves with still a very tribal mindset. I would say there's pain and suffering in the world because of religion, which is divisive and quarrelsome and frequently idiotic.
Describe what happens to a person after they die.
Well, in the deeper reality, there's no such thing as a person. There is only the universal manifesting as a person. What is a person? Your body is recycled dust. Your breath is recycled air. Your thoughts are recycled information. Your emotions are recycled energy. And what you call your personality is just the mirror of relationship, because in order to define yourself, you have to define everybody around you and what they're doing. So, in the real deepest reality, what we call a person is a dynamic bundle of consciousness that is constantly transforming. Where is the person that you were when you were 14 years of age? Where is the person you were when you were 5 years of age? Actually, in every moment of existence, the old person dies and a new one is born. So, the person you were yesterday is not the person you are now, in any way. Your thoughts aren't the same, they may appear to be the same, but your body is not the same, your emotions are transforming. So, if you really look at how the universe functions, both the observer, which we call the person, and the observed, which we call the world, are recreated every moment of existence. The reason why you have this illusion of being the same person is continuity of memory. That gives you this false belief that you are the same person you were an hour ago or 10 years ago. And that continuity of memory is a collapse of a wave function. If a wave function has collapsed in a particular way in the past, it's more likely to collapse in the same way. So, even though the universe is discontinuous, you have the illusion of continuity. So, the simplest answer to your question is that the universe continues to evolve as observers and observed. In reality, you are the infinite being with a localized perspective. And that localized perspective is impermanent and transient. And you are the universe. You know, what happens when you die? Well, you were never born, so the question is irrelevant.
If you could grant the world one wish, what would it be?
Elimination of poverty and education would be the two most important things. All problems in the world are because of that.
How would God want us to respond to aggression and terrorism?
See, again, that's a dualistic question. You are not separate from God. The universe and the God are one. You are the infinite being, just having a impermanent, transient, localized point of view. So, the way to understand terrorism and conflict is to understand that all violence comes from fundamental needs not being met. There is great inequity in the world, a lot of imbalance. 80% of the world's resources are consumed by less than 20% of the world's people. When fundamental needs are not met, then the reaction to that is violence. Actually, it's not even violence in the beginning. In the beginning, it's shock and numbness and denial and fear and panic, and only later does this turn to anger and violence and retribution, and then the whole cycle starts to perpetuate itself. If you really want to get rid of violence, then you have to be sober about it, not have any missionary zeal, not succumb to melodrama, but ask yourself, if you are totally non-violent in every thought, action, and behavior of yours, if today you could make that commitment that every thought of yours and every behavior of yours was nurturing and loving to your immediate environment, the world would transform, because you are the universe at the most fundamental level. You're not separate from it. See, now, we give Nobel Prizes for peace to people who have no peace in their lives, in their families. You want to create peace? Become a beacon of peace yourself.